What's going on, y'all? This is Cypher from FarsideTV. This is the 3030 show, and we got a special guest today who goes by Dreamshatter617. What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's going on?
Man, we're chilling, brother. We're here on the 3030 show. We wanted to get you on here because we wanted people to see who you are and what you're about. Um,
Mhm.
so tell us, brother, who is Dream Shatter? Who is that? And where did you get that name?
Um, Dreamshatter is pretty much a product of like pretty much Boston. You know, the Boston streets, the hood, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from. That's where I got all my style and my game from or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, Dreamshatter is where I got the name from. Big Pun had a song called The Dream Shatterer one day, and I was just going through his catalog randomly, and I came across The Dream Shatterer. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, that's ill. You know what I'm saying? And then I just took the name. I said, but I cut it to Dream Shatter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use that's gonna be my rap name. I like that, and I wanted something that was gonna be catchy, not like a little this or a big dad or da da da. Like if somebody heard a list of people on a feature and they heard, Big Johnny and Lil Tan or whatever, then they heard Dream Shatter. They may be like, yo, who's this dude? You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
basically chose that as a a name way to catch people's attention because I like how it sounded. I put the 617 behind it because that's the area code for Boston. You know what I'm saying? What up, Boston? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for me, Dream Shatter, of course, lyrically it means shatter your dreams, but also it means instead of it means to exceed your expectations. Like if you have
Mhm.
dreams, shatter your dreams and go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just reach your dreams, shatter your dreams and keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Dream Shatter.
I feel that. Okay, babe. Okay, I feel that. So, what separates Dream Shadow from Kevin? Or are they the same?
Dream Shatter and Kevin. That's that's yeah, that's a good question. So if I had to separate the two, I'll say Dream Shatter is that's a good one, bro. So all right, so Kevin is just real and chill and laid back. Dream Shatter is real chill and laid back. You know what I mean? Kev likes to party and hang out. Dream Shatter likes to hang out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess if there was any way to, to split the two in half, um, Dream Shatter is just the lyrical side of me, just the lyrical side of me, the hip hop side of me. You know what I'm saying? The more
Mhm.
the way that I express things and put words together and stuff like that. That would be Dream Shatter. Dream Shatter is he looks at things differently. The new album that I'm working on, I'm about 4 or 5 songs in. It's called Anomoly. I love it. I
Mhm.
love that word so much. I tatted on my neck right here. Anomoly. That's the name of the album. And Dream Shatter and Kevin are both an anomaly. I feel like I'm something different from the standard. You know what I'm saying? So that's I guess that's the best way I can answer it. You know what
Hey,
I'm
I dig that.
saying?
That's dope. I always like to approach lyrically and how you approach songs because I know in this today's time, I know a lot of people go off of what would be considered trending or something that's more popular than the others. But whenever I've heard you on a song, I've always heard that originality. I always felt like it brought me back to like a roots area. So I guess that leads to my next question. I know you represent Boston heavy. I know that's where you're from, and now you're down south. So
Mhm.
has anything from down south influenced your sound or ideas at all, or are you solid from the east? Did anything change?
Oh, heavily. Yes. Like it's really good to get exposure. It's really good for somebody from the East Coast to go out to the West Coast. It's good for somebody from the West Coast to go to the Midwest or vice versa and here and there. Because when you go around everywhere, you pick up different things. You know what I mean? You still have what you came out with, but
Mm,
you pick up different things instead of just being one place. Now I'm here in the South. I lived in Houston for a while and now I live in Tennessee. and you know, the music is different down here. You're hearing different artists down here as opposed to what I'd hear up there. So, you know, you kind of get an influence of the both, and I was somehow able to blend them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, 10 years ago, it would have been hard for me to get on a Southern beat, whereas I could probably get on one now. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all of them, but I can get on some of them here and there. You know what I mean?
For
So I
sure.
feel like it helped me. It elevated my game a little bit coming down here and getting around this music and getting around some good people who put me around all this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Mhm.
Who inspired for music? I know you mentioned
Say that
Big.
again.
I know you mentioned Big Pun earlier and checking out his catalog and seeing Dream Theater, which I consider Big Pun top five. Is my personal opinion. But like,
Wow. I mean,
who
definitely.
influenced like your sound? If they did, like, who inspired you when it comes to hip hop growing up to now?
Wow. So you saying take it back to the beginning? Or you
Yeah,
saying like,
who got you to get there and be like, I want to start doing this like, for real. I really want to start making music.
I guess I can't really say there was a particular artist that made me want to be like, oh, I want to rap, because I had started rapping maybe 9 or 10 years old, about maybe 9 years old. I started rapping, and before that, I was into hip hop since I was probably about 6 years old, like in the early '80s, like '84, '83, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I can remember the first rapper I wanted to be like. I wanted to be like this rapper named G.O.A.T. He was from UTFO. I don't know if you ever heard of that. That's way before your time, man. But they had this song called Roxanne, Roxanne. And Kango Kid was a part of UTFO, and he had this Kango on. It was, it was tilted to the side. He had his little Jerry Curl afro. He was sitting, he'd be rapping, he'd be doing like this while he rapping, you know what I'm saying?
They sound
Saying
familiar.
Roxanne, like that. Kango was nice, yo. And that's who kind of the first dude I wanted to be like. But as far as me wanting to rap, I guess it had to be a blend of like KRS One and Rakim and LL, and you know what I'm saying, and Kane and G-Rap and even Easy E, all them dudes. Like that's when I kind of really wanted to rap. But as far as like if I had to say where my style comes from, definitely a lot of Nas in there, a lot of
Mm.
Prodigy in there, a lot of and definitely my favorite rapper of all time, Styles P. Like a lot of that, you can hear a lot of that in my bars. You know what I mean?
Always been a fan of Styles P. I always liked the guy who was opposite of the main guy. You know what I mean? Like I always like,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like I was a fan of Styles. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Like Jada's my guy too. I
Jada's my number two.
yeah, like, he inspired. If anybody ever asks me who inspired different parts of your flow, I will say particularly specifically, Jadakiss inspired me when it comes to going on and on like a rhyme pattern from this part of the song and just keep going. See how far you can go with this particular rhyme pattern. That's why I got that from. And
Okay, okay.
yeah, like, I think it was a song he had, "Can't Stop Me," 2006, 2007. He had, almost the whole verse was that one rhyme pattern. I was just so impressed. Like a lot of the guys I listened to weren't doing that. Even the Waynes, the Ti's, like it wasn't nobody just cycling. And I always thought that was impressive and make sense at the same time. But
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was saying that by saying, yeah, I've always liked Styles P as opposite to Jada. I always liked Lloyd Banks opposite to 50. I always liked the
Thanks.
number two guy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I get what you're saying with that. What artists would you like to work with in the near future, whether they were local or known, rapper or singer?
Wow. Well, since you added the singer part too, um, I think rapper definitely the locks. All three of them, Styles P, Jadakiss, and Sheik, definitely,
Mm,
or individually, whatever. Core Mega, Prodigy, rest in peace. Tupac, rest in peace. Uh, singers. I could definitely I would like to work with Maxwell, yo.
oh
I'm
yeah,
a Maxwell fan, yeah.
oh yeah.
I've been feeling Maxwell, you know what I'm saying? Maxwell, Sade, always loved her voice. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige. I do a joint with her. I definitely do a joint with Mary J. You know what I'm saying?
I can definitely see it. I can
Like
see.
SZA too. I
I
do a
like
joint with
it.
SZA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, based on the song you had with that "Good Love," I can definitely see you with a Mary J feature on there, and then the other two artists as well. I think your type of style would be great for a female on the hook. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks,
Mhm.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Now I know you Boston, and I know the Celtics ain't in it, but Knicks and Spurs, like, what's it looking like to you? I
Oh,
know
it's
the
Knicks
Knicks is
all
New
day.
York. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was having this conversation today, and it's like people expect me to hate on the Knicks just because I'm from Boston, yo. And it's like it's not even like that, yo. We Boston dudes, man. Since back in the day, going to New York, you know what I mean. I never made it to the tunnel, but I know dudes from Boston who made it to the legendary tunnel. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Or just going out there just to club and party for the night. So I mean, it's go Knicks. It's Knicks all day. If anything, my beef is with the Miami Heat. I can't stand them dudes. I'm saying it. I'm sorry if I have any fans in Miami or South Florida or whatever. Like, I love y'all, but I don't rock with the Heat at all. And y'all can understand that because y'all probably don't rock with the Celtics. So, I'm Knicks all day. It is what it is. If the Spurs was playing the Heat, I'd be go Spurs all day. Go Wemby. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's very interesting. I noticed the last few years, maybe even the last, I'd even say 4 or 5 years, it'd be a random team that's been in a drought, and all of a sudden they got a chip. It's been like
Yeah.
that since the Nuggets, the Bucks. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it just keeps going. The Thunder, they got Shea. It's just I haven't watched it. I haven't really been consistent enough since before COVID. After COVID hit, I kind of fell off NBA. I just wasn't into the bubble. I couldn't get into it. So, and then seeing all these new faces, I'm used to like a throwback group. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
my era was like 2008 to 2014. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's when I was heavy, heavy.
2008 was a good year. You know what I'm saying?
It was a great year. It's funny. It's funny you say that because like I always been a Celtics fan, but I didn't start watching the NBA heavy again until 2009. So when I
Really?
started
Wow.
watching the playoffs, everybody like, "Who you going for?" I'm like, "I'm going for Celtics. That's my team." And they
Mm-hmm.
like, "You want them to win again?" And I was like, "Oh, they won last year? Oh, bet." You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know. I didn't even know. They just so happened to win the year before. I just hopped on not knowing who's on the team or nothing. I just know when I was a child, I was maybe on the Celtics, and I didn't start watching again until I was like in high school. So it was just crazy.
Mhm.
But my big five was there: Rondo, Garnett, Ray Allen. You know all them folks, man. That was our five. So I was heavy behind them. But after they broke up the team, I started kind of being like, it's been a lot of changes. But I
Yeah, I
definitely.
remember that.
Yeah, man. And Rondo was my guy. I think I was a big fan of Rondo before people started putting him in their rap song. They started talking about Rondo. I'm like, man, I've been on Rondo or Ginobili from the Spurs. I've been on Ginobili, and I started hearing people say it in their raps. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
we
But
was out. We was out late one night in Boston in Chinatown, and we seen Rondo. And he had like an entourage of like 15 people. It was crazy. They
yeah,
had this if it's still there, they had this restaurant called the Dynasty in Chinatown. It joint be open like mad late till like 4 in the morning or something. And me and my peoples went my family or whatever. We went to the club and we went up in there, and then we was waiting for like 10 minutes, and then Rondo came in with like 14 people, and a couple people in my family, they shook his hand, said what up, they took pictures with him and all that. He was real cool and everything, you know.
that's
So
what's
that
up,
was cool
man.
to see him in person.
Yeah, and that's cool. I was able to do that, and I think a lot of people. I know they heavy on his Euro step, but I think a lot of people don't know just how talented these guys are. I remember that same stretch, maybe 2009, 2010, it was the All Star game, but they had like a 3-point shootout. The little
Mm-hmm.
pre-games. This was KD when he was KD. You know what I mean? He still is KD,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like KD. Him and
Yeah,
Rondo
this
was
was this
playing
was this
good.
is prime time, KD. I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
And Rondo wasn't shooting threes like that. So on the in the game. So when they was him and KD was playing horse, KD shot a three, and Rondo kept going. Rondo beat him
Mhm.
at the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? So a lot
Yeah,
of people probably didn't see that nugget or see when Shaq crossed Jordan and hit a free throw on them in midair. Like people don't really see stuff like that. So it's interesting seeing people like known for this, but they really code at that too. You know what I'm saying?
right, most definitely.
Have you tried? Have you been interested in any other ventures outside of rap when it comes to any other genres of music, or even singing yourself, or are you solid on bars only spitting?
I really haven't even thought of nothing like that. I never even. The most I would do would be like a label to, to put my own music out or something like Dream Shatter Records, or call it Dream Shatter Music, which is, one of the tags that you'll hear me using my songs will say Dream Shatter Music, whatever. That's something I might be interested in. As far as that, other than that, nah, I'm a lyricist to the heart. Like I'm a lyric. That's how I came up. That's how it was when I came up in hip hop. Most people that were respected was the lyricist, the MC, the controller of the microphone, the crowd mover. You know what I mean? And that's
Mm,
that's what I am. That's what I'm on. And that's probably what I'm gonna stay on. You know what I'm saying?
get that. Is there any project that you listen to that a lot of people either don't know about or don't agree with that you're like, man, this is fire. Like this is like GOAT tier. Why ain't y'all on this? Am I the only one that feel like this? Is there any projects you heard like that?
There's one project I heard recently, and maybe it was like last year or something. And I want to say it was Nas and DJ Premier did an album together.
Mm.
And they did that album, and I can remember people online talking about it. It was like, oh, this album's boring. Oh, the beats are bad. Da da. And to me, it was like a nice cold glass of ice water on a hot summer day.
Oh
Like it
wow.
relaxed me. Like it literally brought my blood pressure down. You know what I mean? Like that's how smooth the album was. You know, I was like, wow. So that I heard some bad reviews about it, but I loved it. You know what I mean? I love that project. Hmm. Did you freeze up? Oh, this joint freezed up. I think you froze up on your side, Cypher. I think you muted. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I get you. Yep. Nah, I can.
Okay. Sorry about that. We got disconnected. That's it. What happened?
It's, it's all good. I mean, I don't know, yo. Somebody.
Phone was
Oh,
cut off. Anyway, you was in the middle of saying the Nas and DJ Premier album. It's like a cold, fresh cup of water.
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, man. I'd be hearing stuff and I'd be wanting to tell the people, but they'd be kind of like, oh, okay. I thought I was all right. You know what I'm saying? Because I rarely hear like a 10 out of 10 album these days. Like at all. You know,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
usually like a few good songs or some filler and all that, but it's hard to find like A to Z album. And I found one in
Exactly.
2012. In 2012, T.I. dropped Trouble Man. And I remember listening to it and I'm just like, man, this is to me his best work. It's not even like it was probably one of the last albums that got promoted on TV, like a commercial, like check out this album, blah blah, before everything went to like streaming or online stuff. But it was to me that was his best album. Every song was like a hit, and
I
like
remember listening to that. Yeah, that album was crazy. I was
yeah,
in Houston when that came out, and I remember like listening to it when it came out, and I was like, "Yo, this joint is hard, Joe." I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I was just like, that's wild. I ain't got my goat on there. He got Andre 3000. He went insane. So I'm like, yeah, folks gotta man, we better quit playing. Man. That was my goat. And you said your number one is Styles P, right? Or did you have another goat?
My the GOAT thing is hard, man.
You gotta choose one. And I'm gonna make it
Styles is
easy
my
for you.
favorite. To call him the GOAT, nah.
I'm gonna make it easier for you because you kind of hit like a hint there. My favorite has always been Lil Wayne. My GOAT
Mhm.
has always been Andre 3000. A lot of people don't know
Oh
how Andre
wow,
get down. Yeah,
Andre
well, see, a lot
3000,
of
huh?
people don't know how he get down because they hear like hey or all this weird stuff or singing, but like if they listen to songs like Sorry with T.I. and him on there and he's spitting 48 bars or the best verse I ever heard in life, 16 with Rick Ross
Mhm.
and he spit 48 bars, did the hook and did a solo instrument at the end, brother. Like I want to put anybody I can talk to on to that song. If you listen to Rick Ross featuring Andre 3000, it's called
Mhm.
16. It's from 2012. I, Rick Ross did his thing. I gotta give it to him. He held his own. He did two verses, two 16-bar verses, and it was cool. Andre came in there and just had you just sitting there like contemplating life. Like the stuff I heard him say, I was just like, I've never heard Wayne, Eminem, Pop. I never heard nobody put this in this way to where that's like my goat verse. So if you get a chance, I think you should check it out.
I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
check it out. You said Ti and Andre 3000 song.
that one is called Sorry, which he went crazy on there too. And again,
I want to
T.I.
hear
had
that.
his own. He did two 16-bar verses as well. And it was cool. But Andre went
It's
there and did 48 bars. And he just like he broke down why him and Big Boy fell out. He broke down what happens on stage. Like he broke down Erica Badu. He said all this stuff at like lightning speed and then slowed it down. And then like I just was so impressed to where even at that point I feel like my pen just wasn't good enough. I feel like I was cool, but when I heard that I was like, oh okay, this level to this. I
mm-hmm.
was like, okay. But yeah, that song, or if you don't feel like listening to two and you want to listen to one, Rick Ross, Andre 3000. It's
I'm
called
gonna listen to them
16.
both, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's funny you said Andre 3000 because I remember when I was getting out of 11th grade around that time, and that's when they dropped the Players Ball, and they was in Atlanta, and they was like in the woods rapping, yo, and Andre had like an Atlanta Braves jersey, like just beginning to look like some of my epi step, follow my daily rap. This is a going depth like that. I'm like, oh snap, yo, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I became a fan of Outkast through that, you know what I mean? And I was a big fan of Dre 3000 too, you know what I'm saying? So it's funny you say Andre, you know, I'm a fan of him
yeah,
too. Mm-hmm.
for sure. It blew my mind. I don't get impressed too easily, and I ain't trying to sound like that. I'm just saying like you can hear a certain level of lyricism, like, oh, okay, that was cool, and oh, I get it, blah blah blah. But that one really sent chills, and that don't usually happen, you know. Even Wayne didn't do that for me, and Wayne was always my favorite. So I was just like, I wish more people could hear this because these are like hidden gems. They ain't like singles or promoted. They're just on an album. And I'm just like,
Right.
that's crazy. It's like hidden treasure. But yeah,
Those be the
16.
hardest songs. Those be the ones with the hardest lyrics. Sometimes it's the off-brand song that's in the middle, that's a filler or whatever. But dude, when he spazzed them, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, just do
yeah.
it. And the song's about how 16 bars ain't enough. And that's how ironic it is. That's why it's called 16. 16 bars, like, it's not enough. If I really want to get in and go crazy, I need more than 16 bars. And that's what the song was about. So I was just like,
Okay.
not only did it like really represent the foundation of hip hop by verse, but it's for any hip hop fan. You know, it's a song about doing more than a verse. It's just, yeah,
Yeah.
I was just that really threw me. But so you said you are working on an album called Anomoly.
Hmm.
Do you have a special date for that yet, or are you still working on a time frame?
I don't. In the way that I write, man, like I'm not gonna be able to just put an album together like that unless I have, you know, the time and you know, like I got so much going on and my mind be everywhere. I'm not always in rap mode. I'd love to be like that. I'm not always in rap mode, but when I'm in rap mode, I'm in rap mode. I gotta write that joint down and get in there and knock the song out. So I probably got about maybe 5 songs done, five at least 4 written and almost maybe, you know what I mean? I'm in that
Mm,
area for 5 songs. And so
cool.
but I'm working on it.
So I ain't gonna let you get away with the question though. So who is your GOAT? I still gotta know.
Man,
I let it go, didn't it? No, I want to know who your GOAT is.
if I had to if I had to pick my greatest rapper of all time, dang man, don't make me say it, man. Just I think I would have to say,
Jay.
for me, I have to say Nas. Like
No.
Styles is definitely my favorite rapper. Styles, I'll hang out on Friday night with Styles before I hang out with Nas, probably because he's my favorite rapper. But Nas is the GOAT. Like his lyrics are just, it's crazy. I got a lot of like my style from him. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know that rapper you wanted to be like when you was like maybe 18 years old?
Right.
Who was that for you?
For me, 17, 18, that means I was like, what, a senior or just graduating. What year was that? That was 2012. Oh man, by then, like I think I was still heavy on Wayne. Like I think
Right.
for a long time, probably since Fireman or Go DJ, Wayne was
Yeah.
my number one. And then when I got older, I always knew about Outkast, but like when I got older and like started making music myself, and I broke down a lot of stuff Andre would say or elevators and
Oh, me,
international
you,
television.
your mama and your
Yeah,
cousin too. That was my song.
yeah, like when you break down stuff, you kind of see the gap, and it's kind of hard to unsee. And that's what made me see him as my GOAT, because I'm like, yeah, there's no really comparison to that. Like you can't say this versus that because this is its own thing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what do you say in International Players Anthem? I CC'd every girl that I CC round town. You
Hate
know,
to
and I
see
don't know
us
nothing about
smiling,
no
rather see us smiling. Wetness all around me, true, but I'm no
on the
island peninsula, baby.
peninsula,
It's
maybe.
crazy.
Man, come on, man. Who you
Yeah,
know rapping
I
about
already
peninsula?
know.
Who you know rapping about peninsulas? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that is like, okay, yeah, there's a gap. There's that. This ain't no, you know that or in elevators when he basically said, uh, "I reach to the beat, I rock to the beat, while you live check to check. If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we like neck to neck." And I'm
At
just
the
like,
neck.
He basically
That's
saying
elevators. Yep, that's elevators. Yep.
you worried about me being a celebrity and rapping. I couldn't have this if I don't depend on you. So like you go working at 9 to 5 every day. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's the same thing for me. If I can't make music you jive to or rock to and buy it, then I'm in the same boat as you. I was just like, that's just such a crazy way to like explain something. Like stuff like that blow my mind. I'm not a big fan of the simple stuff. I like stuff that makes you think. Like CC round town. I didn't know what no CC email and all. I didn't know what he was talking about until later. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that that blows your
Yeah,
mind. I'm a fan of that. So yeah,
that's what that's what I'm on. That's lyricism. You know what I mean? When you can take a word on and expand on it like that, the way a Dre would. Even Big Boy be doing that stuff. Big Boy he's nice as Dre too, though. You know what I mean? You can't really Big Boy like that. Big Boy's nice as Dre, yo. You know what I mean? And they both kind of, they both can take those words and expound on it. And that's lyricism. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm on. You know what I mean?
I feel that. And we were just having a conversation about that the other day about international players anthem, the Outkast and UGK. And I was saying, like, even though Andre had my favorite verse on there, I feel like Big Boy technically had the best verse because, like, the way he broke down child support and, like, how you got to that situation.
No, I'll be the laugh, yo. He said,
you know how you hear something over and over all these years, you're like, yeah, that's cool. But then you really just sit there, you like, dang, bro, like, what? Like, he really
yes. He's the first rapper to really do that. You know what I'm saying? He broke it down in numbers, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he really broke it down. As Paul McCartney and Lloyd's couldn't stop and just start going in and like what did he say? You miscalculated the something off the last pump, and now you got a kid and like I was like, wow, like stuff like
pick the kiddies up.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be impressed with stuff like that. I'd be hearing stuff at today's time. I was working at a place where it had a bunch of teenagers in there, and he was repeating bars from this newer rapper. And he said it to me. He said it again, like some, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's it.
I'm gonna tell you real quick. My favorite Outkast song is called "The Art of Storytelling Part 2." You know that song?
Was that off of?
Can you not tell me that Big Boy did not spaz on that song?
Is the art of okay? No, I'm thinking about Return of the G. Is the art of storytelling on Aquemini as well, or is it on
Aquemini?
It is. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, Big Boy went crazy on that.
Return of the G is that might be the first song on the next on Stankonia, I think. Or it might be it's Return of the G is like one of the first songs on either the Aquemini or the Stankonia, but
yeah, I remember now.
That art of storytelling too, man, and on Skewing on the Barbie. Big Boy spazzed on both of them joints, yo. Chef Raekwon from the Wu-Tang Clan was on Schooled on the Barbie, yo. That song was crazy.
It was. And one day, because I was comparing albums to see who would, like my own verses, right? I was doing like the album verses. And I had Outkast as the Aquemini versus Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Miseducation.
And
so
they came
on that.
Man, I think I know it was tight. And I know that they even went to overtime. I remember that because there wasn't no regular win. Like I think it went to overtime twice. I think Lauryn Hill might have got it from what I remember. Yeah, I think she got him because I think it came to that one song off of there, Senorita and Poppy, or something off of Aquemini. Well, it was one of their throwaway songs on there, but it was back and forth. Both albums was crazy. Return to G, I don't think nobody can do that Andre verse. I remember Jid was saying that too. Like Turn of the gangster, gangster. Like, nah, that was just that's just too
What's the
much.
name of that song where it got Sleepy Brown singing on it? He's like, making sure the lint is clean. Oh, oh man, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of that song, yo, but they killed it on that. And they wasn't even rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like that song's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Odie Dopalicious.
Spody Odie Dopalicious. That's what it's called.
They
Yes.
just dropped the
Yes,
music
sir.
video for that a couple years ago. It's like a visual thing. Man, that's one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time, man. That's such a trip. Like the verses, of course, was crazy, but just the instrumentation by itself, I can just play that instrumental. Like the hook is the horn. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where J. Cole got that little excerpt from, right?
And I didn't know that's how I would listen to the album. When I would listen to the equipment, I was like, that's where he got that from. And
Yeah.
who else
Now,
want
who
to
else would have
hear
messed with
your
Oliver
play?
Cole?
Yeah, I was, man, blown away. That's what's up, man. So
Yeah.
what are people gonna expect from your album, Anomaly?
I'm sorry.
What are people gonna expect from Anomaly, your album that's gonna be coming out?
Oh man. Anomaly's the fourth album, right?
Hmm.
Um, all the albums are kind of incomplete, but they're pretty much 80% done, and they're on YouTube for consumption, public consumption or whatever. So I try to go in a different direction, but I also try to go hard on each album. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So the first album was called The Apex, and I called it that because it was written during the apex of COVID. You know what I mean? So that's what the apex was. I made exams. Exams was like a test for me to out rap the Dream Shatter that you heard on the apex.
Nice.
Then the third album is called 1738. 1738 is a party album. You know what? Y'all heard me rap. Y'all know I can rap. Now let me see if I can make y'all move. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can make y'all groove. Make sure I can give y'all a little bit of this Boston and see how y'all feel about it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And see if y'all can groove to it. And that's what 1738 is about. Plus, I was heavy on the 1738, that Remy. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the Anomoly is something I came along this word. I can't remember where I came along with this word, but I heard it and I liked how it sounded. And once I figured out what it meant, it's something that people have been telling me for years, that I was different from other people. Like I was always like a good friend and I was different, And so I was like, I'm gonna name this album Anomoly. And that brings me to answer your question. What you can expect from it is just, you're gonna hear somebody different. You're gonna hear somebody different than what you're used to hearing. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be hot.
For sure.
It's gonna be fire. Like my song More Than I Had. And you heard that song when we did the verses.
Yep.
More Than I Had is about progress. It's about, I had more than I had when I got here. You know what I mean? When I came here, I got more. And this is why. And this is how you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Without being grimy about it. This is what you can do to get it. You know what I'm saying? I got a song called God Got Me. I got a song called what's the other one? Chase is on there. Chase is about, it's self-explanatory. Chase your dreams. And after you catch them, keep chasing them. Chase some more dreams. You know what I mean? But stay chasing. You know what I mean? That's what Chase is about. So Anomaly is gonna be, that partner, he's cool, but he a little bit different from everybody else. Something about him is different and it stands out. You know what I mean? So that's what Anomaly is.
For sure, man. I appreciate you coming on here and talking to us here at FarsideTV, discussing your
Yeah.
upcoming project, discussing the nature of hip hop, whatever it has to offer to you and to all of us. So I'm gonna let you send us out with your socials, who you are, and what song that you want people to listen to. So I'm gonna pass it to you, brother.
Okay. I want to thank you, Cypher, my mans, you know what I mean? For, just giving me a platform and giving me a chance to, introduce myself to everybody and let them hear what, Dream Shatter is about, whatever. Thank you so much for even considering me for an interview. I appreciate that. That's
Nothing,
love
brother.
right there. I appreciate that.
So,
If you want to, follow Dream Shatter on my Instagram is at 617 Shatter Music. You know what I mean? I took the name, the Dream Shatter Music, and turned it into 617 Shatter Music. That's my YouTube and my IG. They both the same. And if you go to my YouTube, you can hear all my music that I release. Until I get it uploaded onto a platform or whatever. That's where you can get my music. You can support. You can, leave a like or comment, share my joints, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that you can relate to some of these joints and get something from them.
hey, good. Hey, good. I appreciate you, brother. Y'all, that was Dreamshatter617. Make sure y'all check out that song he got called Chase. It's on his socials. 30 show exclusive. We out.
Falani, Will Marie, Shatter Music. You got dreams, you need to chase it. Chase it.
Dreamshatter Music.
Anomoly. Tan Burke. If there's a bag on the table, gotta chase it. God wanna test me, I gotta ace it. Ever want your dream so bad you can taste it? Shorty got vibes and I'm feeling I'ma chase it. You can live good or you can die as it makes it. Squeeze like the caliper, turn like the break this. Can't transition with your jewels and your diamonds. Can't see your pinnacle until you put your time in. Corona premiere, ice cold with the lime in it. Clubs at capacity, still letting dimes in it. Red Sox snapback, brim on my eyebrow. Couldn't get the time of day, now she wanna lie down. Anomoly, never seen commonly. Never took a pack of heroin through phlebotomy. Rolling 40 east to the Ville in the driver's seat. About to get the room with the view and the privacy. Yeah, I'm that Pisces, probably the nicest. Down on my queen, but never on my prices. I used to twist it up to free my mind with the purple. Now I watch it all come back full circle. Chase it until the end of time like Pac and the Outlaws. Never rep the party on the right or the southpaw. Never gonna do my man's dirty cause it might cause friction. Smooth in a Michael Kors bubble, my description. I was in the clouds with the next chick. That's why I got wounds in my soul with the exit. Had to detach UK with the Brexit. Hot 97 hard bars on some flex. Chase it. You ain't gonna chase it for yourself. Chase it for your people. You know what I'm saying? When my man just died, I was a sad man. Oh, how I wish I could bring back the bad man. I could feel the real ish, all in my capillaries. Ride for my real ones, pray for my adversaries. If my goal's in my reach, I gotta chase it. Anytime you hate on Dream Shatter, I embrace it. When I'm spitting bars on the mic, the whole place lit. She fine on the inside too, I'ma chase it. The greed and the arrogance is all the same devil. I don't drop a verse unless it's Hall of Fame level. I pull it with my words, y'all gotta show the bezels. Shorty got hips, but I'm dazed by the freckles. Mansions and businesses, islands and yachts. I remember when we started, we was all in the spot. My head is never full unless we hold in a knot. Your destiny is yours, you controlling the plot. The beat killing ball writer, beat it up all night. Parachute, when the label drops you, your falls lighter. Money ain't my God, the most high is my squad and my ratchet. Going all out to the casket. If I fall 10 times, I'ma chase it. The ops had a lead, I came back and erased it. If you judge people by their color, you a racist. Mission not aborted, locked in, I'ma chase it. If there's a bag on the table, gotta chase it. God try to test me, I gotta ace it. Ever want your dream so bad you can taste it? Shorty in a soft girl era, I'ma chase it. Chase it. Dream Shatter 617.